Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Did you know that you can manifest the power of the gods? Yes. We always think that they are so far away from us, or we used to being told that they are high above us and we are something as human or very insignificant in this universe. But it is only in this beautiful religion known as Hinduism that tells us that you can manifest them in your life. You can connect with them because they are as alive as you are, and you can really become one with them and invoke their powers and invoke whatever it is that you want to manifest in your life through their energies. Yes, this is how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is bringing out the truths of Hinduism that tell us that we can live as gods and manifest the powers of the gods that we love and cherish all our lives. Today we will be looking into a beautiful message where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has talked about the specific cognitions and powerful processes that you can put yourself through that can help you manifest each and every god of the Hindu pantheon. So let us begin with the Sadguru Vandanam. We welcome all of you to this beautiful Nithyananda Rudra show. I am Shri Nitya Rajananda. And we welcome anyone who wants to join in the discussion. You can put your comments or questions in the chat, and we will have a beautiful Vakyartha Sadas, a beautiful discussion on the topic of manifesting the power of gods. Let us begin with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nithyanandam, we already have some people joining us, Pietri and Ashish Rana. Nithyanandam, welcome to the beautiful discussion that we're going to have today on manifesting the powers of gods. So this was a very profound satsang that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism talked about the particular quality that is there in the Yoga Shastras or the Yoga Sutras known as Swadhyaya. And we get to learn today about what it is that is Swadhyaya, going into understanding the truth behind your Ishta Devatas. So in Hinduism, you can connect with any deity in any way, in the way you want. You can connect with Krishna, you can connect with Subrahmanya. The reason why we have so many gods is a common question also that is there in Hinduism. But that is the type of people we are. We cater to different types of emotions, different types of characteristics of a person, and hence the gods that you celebrate or value in your life will also radiate the qualities you want to manifest in your life. If you want to manifest ability to be a leader, you want to manifest the ability to be a mother, you want to manifest the ability to be a good friend and a support to others. The various qualities and the various gods in your life can be your Ishta, can be the ones that you hold in your inner space and cherish, and hence they literally manifest through you. And that is the way that we approach the whole celebration that is Hinduism. And the concept of Ishtadevata we celebrate and we get to know more about in the Paramashivoham program that is going on right now. The first day is being celebrated today. The Paramashivoham program's first day has already started for the second season in this Chaturmasya. As you all may know, this is a $21,000 program, but the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, out of his divine compassion, is offering this program absolutely for free during the 4 months of this Chaturmasya. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is now going to be starting in the second season, and already the sessions have begun, and it has been a beautiful celebration with the power manifestation sessions and the introduction to the whole Paramashivam program. Don't want to miss this opportunity. Go ahead and go to the link below, that is or the QR code, scan the QR code and go to the link and register for the Paramashivam sessions. So without further ado, let us watch the first clip where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism introduces this concept, this truth from the Hindu Shastras about Swadhyaya and how you can manifest the powers of various different gods.
To today's satsang. Today's subject: sacred truths. To experience the N effect. 95th Patanjali Yoga Sutra, in the second chapter, 44th verse. Swadhyayat Ishtadevata Samprayogaha Swadhyayat Ishtadevata Samprayogaha Swami Vivekananda translates this sutra as, by the repetition of the mantra comes the realization of the chosen deity. Swami Prabhavananda translates as the result of study, one obtains the vision of that aspect of God which one has chosen to worship. Swami Satchidananda translates as, by study of spiritual books comes communion with one's chosen deity. I'll translate this sutra word by word. Swadhyayat Ishtadevata Samprayogaha. The word Swadhyaya I want to translate in two ways. One, imbibing the sacred truths. Ishtadevata Samprayogaha. Samprayoga means, I wanted to translate that word as communion. Please understand. If you take this word based on the orthodox translations, like if you chant the mantra of the deity, you will have the darshan of the deity. Or if you study the scriptures related to the deity, you will have the darshan of the deity. Doesn't directly fit with our logic. I wanted you to understand the deeper truths. Aurobindo very beautifully says, all the deities described in Vedic tradition are independent intelligence still available to relate with all of us as energy space, just like how every individual human beings can be contacted, related. You can have communication and communion. All these energies are, all these deities are personification of a particular energy, an independent intelligence, connecting with them, communicating with them, having communion with them is possible. I can say with this one clarity, Aurobindo is able to break the part and give us the right understanding about this sutra. How Swadhyaya can lead to the Ishtadevata Samprayogaha, means how imbibing the sacred truths can make you experience those Ishtadevata gods. For example, Shiva. If you imbibe the sacred truth Shiva represents pure enlightenment and bliss. Bliss which expresses out of enlightenment, the power of enlightenment, the energy of enlightenment, completely otherworldly. When you understand that truth, imbibe the sacred truths Shiva represents, suddenly you see, you experience Shiva. You have communion with Shiva. When you experience Devi, Devi represents energy. Energy which keeps whatever you experience in that form. For example, if you are experiencing the hall you are sitting, the energy is responsible for that hall to be in that shape of the hall. If you are listening to my words, energy is responsible to keep these words in the shape of the words till it falls in your ears and makes meaning. Otherwise it is an ordinary air which comes out of my mouth, gets converted into a particular sound and stays in the air for a few seconds, reaches your ears and makes meaning and dissolves into your inner space. So the Shakti which is responsible for this action, if you understand, you experience communion with that Shakti.
Yes, beautifully the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is sharing about Samprayogaha and Ishtadevata Samprayoga through Swadhyaya. So we have a beautiful sadhas going on. A few people are asking the questions also. I am new to power manifestation. What's the easiest way to fit it into my regular life, please? By Janie. And then Pietri is asking, Maharaj, I still have trouble with seeing with my third eye, but I can manifest powers in other ways. What is the best way to go forward? And David is also sharing, hello, I still haven't manifested powers. What is the best advice for someone like me? So today, actually, curiously inside the Paramashivoham program, we're starting out the same way the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism started out, when he didn't actually started manifesting powers, but he was working with Ganesha and had his Ganesha as his Ishta Devata. He loved this Ganesha so much and kept on wanting to. He heard the story of how Nambiyandar Nambi was able to make his Ishta Devata, his favorite deity, eat the food that he offered him. So in the same way, Swamiji thought it is possible for him. It must be possible. So he took out this outwardly understanding and said, I have to do it. My Ganesha has to eat the food that I gave him. And slowly, after offering the food, trying different ways, Swamiji was not able to get that Ganesha, that his small Ganesha that he fed. He wasn't able to having the Ganesha, was not eating the food that he kept in front of him. He even tried different methods, like taking the Ganesha, putting him in a bucket, and even threatening the Ganesha, if you don't eat my food, I'll drop you in the well. Even these small ways that he would also be told, so that he also disciplines himself. Like he would have been disciplined by his parents, that if you don't eat your food, then you'll get in trouble. Like these kind of ways that you usually take care of a child. In the same way, he also connected with his small Ganesha. And in that same way, he connected with Ganesha and wanted to have him eat his food. But then at one moment, after trying so many times, Swamiji said, he looked in and he said, I will not eat food until Ganesha eats his food. That strength of that decision manifested, and when Swamiji went away and came back, he saw the food plate was absolutely empty. Of course, Swamiji had doubt. He went around asking if anybody had taken. Nobody had taken the food. Only Ganesha ate his food. And this is the way that he had the communion with Ganesha. When he moved inside of him to have the darshan of the deity, to know and really wanted the deity to manifest in his life as a reality, he manifested. And then that same way, we can do this Svadhyaya. We can have the communion with these deities by imbibing the values or the understandings with which they manifest. And not just as like some kind of a concept or an energy. No. Like a real living energy in front of us. Ganesha is there. Feed the Ganesha. Connect with him. He represents the best of the best inside of us and inside of everyone. So let us see that in everyone. Pray that he shows himself and we are able to see. Of course, when we describe the darshan and the of deities, and many people have in the Puranas and the stories the darshan of deities, it is not like they are going to have some kind of a display of a deity in front of them, though it may look like that in the picture. But the experience of darshan that is there in the Hinduism is a completely spellbounding experience that engages your 5 senses, 10 senses, and everything into understanding that divinity is real. The gods are real and they are able to be so connected with us more than we know. That reality, that they are something more ingrained inside of us, that they are there in everything. The truth of this will be experienced by us, and that is what darshan is. And when we have the darshan of a deity that manifests like that, you have this same kind of a feeling that comes from the very soul itself inside of us, that yes, the truth is being experienced. So that is the way you can understand. And power manifestation comes from that very space of oneness. Just when that powerful oneness happens inside of you, from that space you do power manifestation. So for all of us who are asking the question, I want to manifest powers, I'm having some difficulty, do the thing that Swamiji has done himself. Live with the deities as an extension of you. How Swamiji has beautifully ended the last Paramashivoham, telling us to live with the Atmalinga day in and day out. That would be the best way. That is the way he himself started out his life, in power manifestation, and had the first miracles and extraordinary powers manifest. And that is the same way we start this beautiful new journey in the Paramashivoham program. It is happening right now. Immediately right now, have a deity of Ganesha or have a deity in front of you and start working with them. You will see that as you move, the deity moves you on to the next deity, or the deity moves you deeper in connection with the Guru. It is all complementary to your enlightenment. Nothing is exclusive and partial and something that divides, or there's no such thing as a conflict. It is just complementary to your experience of oneness. And you will see all the deities have a special space for you. The way that Subrahmanya from Hinduism even connects now. How he connects with Ganapati before starting anything, taking the prayers of Ganapati. How he connects with Mahavishnu, celebrating Bhagavan Sri Krishna and Mahavishnu. How he connects with Devi. How he connects with Paramashiva. How he has a beautiful, chaste and special connection with each one of them, and gratitude for what they are in manifesting in his life through him and around him and within him. That's the way he connects, and that's the way we can also celebrate. Yes, we have some more people joining. Nithyananda, Priyananda, Nithyanandam, and we have another. Again, once again, thank you for sitting here with us. Nithyanandam, thank you. Welcome to this beautiful discussion. And then Jnanama Priya is sharing, there is a Ganesha Murti here in the lays, and many times Ganesha has eaten and even drunk. Beautiful. That is beautiful sharing. And today is the process of that Sampragyata Samadhi, being in that space of continuously in connection. Literally, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism calls it like the practicing the presence of God. That adds such a sacredness to everything you do. Everything you do becomes sacred after you practice the presence of Swamiji or practice the presence of any deity in your life. And that is that some swadhyaya that he's talking about, that communion. And Jnanamaya Priya is saying, how can these truths be lived? I think we should watch the next clip. Swamiji beautifully answers this question about how to live this truth of Swadhyaya. So let us watch the next clip for us.
Truth, every sacred truth, when you understand, leads you to the communion with that source of the sacred truth. The source of the sacred truth is what I call personification of the truth, which you can use the word Ishtadevata. Shiva is the personification of enlightened bliss. Shiva is a personification of Nithyananda, eternal bliss. When you catch that sacred truth, which is Nithyananda, the communion with Shiva happens. See, when the levitation is happening, suddenly such a joy and communion. It is not just physical movement. It is a coherence in your brain. Understand? I am not using the word coherence in your mind because it cannot be measured. Coherence in your physical brain. That is why I am challenging the scientific community. It is measurable. I'll measure and prove the positive effects of this levitation on body, brain, physiology, neurobiology and psychology. Of course, on consciousness, which cannot be measured by science. It is a communion. I am the personification of the sacred truth of eternal bliss experienced by unclutching. So when you unclutch, you connect and have communion with me, experience that same in your inner space. That is what exactly I define as en effect. Experiencing the eternal bliss through unclutching. I can see the Los Angeles, the en effect has started on everybody. And Dallas, the en effect is going on. Are you guys able to see? Connect. Let's have en effect on Ohio, Columbus. Experiencing, imbibing sacred truths. Swadhyaya. Please understand. If you want to experience Vishnu, Vishnu represents a sacred truth of cosmic pervasiveness. Vishnuhu means cosmic all-pervasiveness. Imbibe that sacred truth of cosmic all-pervasiveness through deeper and deeper understandings and visualization. Then you will have the communion with Vishnu. Shiva is the extraordinary bliss of enlightenment, the cosmic auspiciousness, life. Very source of life is cosmic auspiciousness. Understand? I am exactly giving you the bija mantras to experience each God. Understand? For modern day, I am giving you the bija mantra for each God in English. How? When the Gayatri mantra was revealed, just repeating that idea with which Vishwamitra revealed the Gayatri mantra will lead you to have communion with Gayatri. How when each rishis revealed one goddess's mantra, grasping that sacred truth and imbibing will lead you to the communion with that Ishta Devata. I am revealing the sacred truth means the bija mantra with the right understanding. When you imbibe this, when you make this understanding as part of your inner space, you will experience communion with that God, with that Ishta Devata. First time in English, the bija mantra, the sacred truths are getting revealed. Understand? If Ganesha, let us start with Ganapati. Ganesha is your Ishta Devata. Ganesha means Ganapati, the Vigneshwara. He represents extraordinary power of achievement, the pure efficiency. When you understand the sacred truth of pure efficiency, please understand, pure efficiency without obstacles is Ganesha. If you imbibe The idea which I express now, pure efficiency with no obstacles. Just pure efficiency means life. You will experience Ganesha in you. When you meditate on this sacred truth of pure efficiency, the non-mechanical parts of your brain will be awakened, which will look exactly in the form of Ganesha. You may think, what mystery it is. It is mystery but truth. When you contemplate, meditate, do manana, imbibe the pure efficiency. Now whatever you understand by the word I am uttering, pure efficiency with no obstacles. Vigneshwara, just do manana on this concept. Imbibe this concept for a few days. Try to sit and imbibe this concept every day. Pure efficiency. How it feels like, how it will feel like, what it will do to me. Pure efficiency. That sacred truth. Allow that sacred truth to sink in you. Sit. I am giving you the exact technique. Sit in a complete unclutched way. And this should be the only syllable. The sacred truth. Bija mantra. Pure efficiency. Without obstacles. Imbibe this truth. Suddenly, you will experience Ganesha. You will see his form. You will have communion with him. You may think, how can I see that elephant face, big pot belly, forehand, the form of Ganesha? By meditating on pure efficiency. You do not know. Rishis know the secret. When you meditate on pure efficiency, some part of your non-mechanical parts of the brain gets awakened. Picture of that awakening is Ganesha's form. When those non-mechanical parts of the brain awakens, the visualization experienced inside your inner space is the form of Ganesha. You will have communion with Ganesha.
Beautifully, we are seeing how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving Sanatana Hindu Dharma, making anyone and everyone have the capability to be able to have the darshan of Ganesha. How he beautifully just now said that if you meditate on the word pure efficiency, the certain non-mechanical parts of the brain will awaken. What does that mean? We're always talking about in science that the brain is not fully functioning, and many scientists say that it is not fully functioning, but Hinduism has explored and has been able to provide the full function of the whole brain and has worked on the full maximum potential of a human being. So when he says the non-mechanical parts of the brain can be awakened, then you can also understand that the visualization of this idea of pure efficiency is Ganesha. So we have James Beckham, Nithyanandam. He's also sharing that Nithyanandam, is it possible to do anything with power manifestation? Just imagine, just now how Swamiji just now shared, pure efficiency, where you don't have to even comprehend that there will be an obstacle in your way in whatever you want to achieve. Be able to manifest a powerful space like Ganesha is, to be able to make sure that nothing is there to put you out of the way of where you're trying to go. That is invoking the blessings of Ganesha. That is literally the power of Ganesha, where you're able to not have any obstacles and have the immediate clarity what needs to be done, what needs to be kept aside, how to prioritize, how to organize yourself. All the creativity, all the organization, everything will come into place as a power inside of you, and it's already there inside of you. It's not something you have to develop. By the blessings and communion that you can have with Ganesha. And you can see that by invoking Ganesha inside of you, you can really manifest these powers of efficiency and really making your life more easy for yourself. And just like Ganesha is an elephant in the forest, he's able to be a leader, removing the obstacles for others also. So we have to really understand that this is the way that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is teaching us to live the deities literally as a part of us in our lives. And when you celebrate them as Ishtadevatas, really, if you just put the cognition, just take your time. If you want to connect with any deity and a particular power that you want to manifest, sit and connect with that Bija mantra of pure efficiency, or the bliss of enlightenment, or cosmic auspiciousness to manifest Paramashiva. Have these and just contemplate, and you will see that the non-mechanical parts of your brain will awaken, and you will be able to manifest exactly the darshan, or that communion with that particular energy, with that particular deity. We can see also people are sharing that their Om Namah Shivaya, Harold Kovalenko, and we are welcome everyone to the discussion that is going on, and hopefully you can contribute to the discussion. Somebody's asking for help. I hope you're legitimate in your asking, but you can have the proper understanding. Just continue along with the discussion. Since it's a live video, you can go back and see what the discussion is going on and see how this particular topic can help you in this conversation. So thank you. We're moving on. We have one more clip where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism just explains one by one each of the deities in the Hindu pantheon and how you can right now invoke them, have the communion with them, and literally manifest their reality inside of your life. So let us see the final clip that we have for you today.
Subrahmanya. Tremendous courage, pure courage, the pure valor. Understand? Pure courage. By its presence, without any movement, destroys enemy. Please understand this definition. Pure courage, by its presence, without any movement, destroys enemy. Meditate on this pure courage. Complete courage, valor, extraordinary courage, valor. Meditate on it. You will have darshan of Subrahmanya, Surya, the eternally radiating. Meditate, imbibe the truth of eternally radiating. I am giving you the technique. Sit in an unclutched way. Drop only this one idea in your inner space, eternally radiating. You will have communion with Surya, darshan of Surya. Vishnu. Next. Same way. Sit in an unclutched way. Drop this one sacred truth which pervades all that. You will see in the milky ocean of the cosmos, in the snake of the time, your superconsciousness radiating in restful awareness in Yoga Sayana, Vishnu. Understand? This is the Bija mantra for Vishnu. Cosmic all-pervasiveness. Imbibe it. Immediately you will have the N effect of communion with Vishnu. Let us have the N effect on Mexico. The devotees in Mexico, my blessings. You are able to hear me? Let the devotees in Mexico have the N effect. Let you all levitate intensely and experience the N effect. Vishnu is the god of North American continent. Devi, pure energy. Meditate on this Bija mantra. Be unclutched and just drop this seed, syllable in you. Pure energy. Subrahmanya.
Yes. So we got to see how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is giving the Bija mantras in the English language. How you can just insert those and have the swadhyaya, the oneness, the communion with the deity, and literally manifest it in your life. And we have Janie also asking, is there something like 3 simple things that I can do to benefit from power manifestation? Changing many new things may not be the thing for me right now. Externally, the lifestyle, if you are not able to change, beautifully Swamiji is giving the technique of just changing the cognitions that you have. That doesn't require much at all. It requires only your decision to sit with yourself and work with yourself. So that decision can happen even with the beautiful, powerful cognitions that he just shared. Eternally radiating. Lotus Lewis Smith is sharing eternally radiating, which is the power or the Bija mantra that you can use to connect with Surya, the sun god, of course. And beautifully, if you see the sun god, just eternally, magnificently radiating. And beautifully, Swamiji also has given many powerful cognitions on how to connect with Surya. He says that if you want to have the direct initiation with Surya, you can do the Surya Namaskar and tap into the strong nuclear force of Surya and literally manifest Surya in your life. And what will you do if you manifest Surya? Means you'll be able to literally provide life. Everything you touch will become alive, will become nourished, will radiate on its own. Everything that you do will be like how the sun provides life to the whole world and gives so much of possibility to everything around him. In the same way, you will become that leader who gives that same possibility to so many others, holding everyone to their best so they grow and flower beautifully. In that same way, the power of eternally radiating can manifest into you. So, Cherry is asking, Nithyanandam, do you have to keep chanting the Bija mantra eternally inside? So, the technique that Swamiji has shared beautifully is you have to sit in an unclutched way. You should see the satsangs where Swamiji is talking about being unclutched, because you will understand the space that is created by practicing samadhi or nirvikalpa samadhi. Of course, it is from the Yoga Sutras that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is sharing here, and samadhi is one of the most powerful practices. where you sit in the state of nirvikalpa, means beyond all the attributes of the mind and the mind actions or function. You sit beyond that and you're literally functioning beyond the mind, and you live in a state of absolute oneness or the space of being unclutched, where you are witnessing the thoughts that are there inside of you, and you are tapping into an understanding you are beyond the mind and the body that we always conceive we are. When we come and drop ourselves into the space of being unclutched and then drop this singular idea of eternally radiating inside of us, what is it that is going to manifest? Be in the same space and eternally and sit there. That is how the beauty of the process that Swamiji just shared. It is not like, I think you should repeat it like a mantra. I think if you find yourself that you have clutched to something, again unclutch and again remember the bija or the bija that is Swamiji has shared. It is not a chanting technically, it is a way to insert the idea again and again inside of you with the unclutched space. So put yourself in the unclutched space and then have the bija mantra, whichever one you want to radiate. So this is a beautiful way to connect with different, have the communion with different gods. He also shared for Devi, you should connect with the goddess, the Paramashiva Shakti, the energy that pervades the whole cosmos. You need to cognize pure energy, and that's the way to connect with Devi. All pervasiveness, cosmic pervasiveness for Mahavishnu, pure efficiency for Ganesha, pure courage and valor for Subrahmanya, pure eternally radiating, that is for Surya, and for Paramashiva, causeless auspiciousness, cosmic auspiciousness, enlightenment itself, and the bliss of enlightenment. These are all the ways you can cognize and insert the Bija mantra to invoke the communion with Paramashiva. And of course, the way that Swamiji described Paramashiva, he describes it as an extremely powerful experience, literally otherworldly, where you don't even feel that the world you live in, the experience of like something that comes from somewhere else, a parallel or multiple universe. The darshan, the space, the light shine, and from there, and we connect with called the Atmalinga, it and living it, doing every activity with it, practicing the presence of God. This is how we start. And especially if you start with these particular life practices, power manifestation can become a reality for you. The deity's energy and the deity's blessings will be showered on our lives, and we will really see more than just having a distance relationship with the deity. You will have the deity literally as a part of you inside your life, inside your day-to-day. The deity idol and you will literally become one, and you will understand that Ganesha, Ganapati, is simply a manifestation as a reality and a real being. And of course, the way we do that in the Paramashivoham processes today is connect with the deity as a living being, not as a representation or a symbol, but as a living being. We feed the Ganesha, we put the Ganesha to sleep, and we wake up the Ganesha every day. So this is the way that we practice one type of samadhi, literally living with the gods and celebrating them. Ananda, Madhiti Dharmadharananda is sharing. She's sharing her love to Swamiji, her gratitude for Swamiji, and given me for all that she has got from Swamiji, and my family wants more declare my full integrity. Yes, actually it is where it starts. The simple integrity is where the beautiful connection with Swamiji starts. and holding on to that alone, that simple integrity, that simple love, to be able to connect with Swamiji always and continuously put ourselves back to the space of integrity. Today, one of the processes that the Paramashivam participants have been going through is connecting back with the words that they have given themselves and the words that they give in others in their lives. This is very important to be able to really tap into the secrets of how to manifest powers. You have to be in a space of completion with the words you're telling yourself as well as the words you give others, because those words are there manifesting through your vak. Your vak is an energy inside of you, an intra-organ, and when you powerfully manifest it, live by the words you tell yourself and others, the vak is energized, and whatever you say manifests. And this is also one of the powers that we celebrate, and the power of words is known as integrity. So always living by that word and completing when we miss the integrity and coming back to that space is our very lifestyle in Hinduism. And these are one of the first few lessons that we learn to be able to begin our journey with Hinduism, with power manifestation, or with whichever Ishtadevata that we want to celebrate in our lives. So finally, if there's any other question, we are going to be ending in a few moments. Any other question or any last remarks or understandings that anybody wants to share, you're all welcome to share now. Thank you all for joining for today's discussion on the way that we can learn to manifest the power of the gods, and the beautiful way that when we celebrate this pure efficiency or pure eternally radiating, you'll see that you manifest the deity literally in your life. We have seen whenever people do this Ganesha puja or connect to the Mahaganapati. Today in the Paramashivoham level 3 program, we will be having in a few hours from now the darshan of the Gajamukha Anugraha Murti, where Paramashiva himself has given the blessings of Ganesha and made him Ganapati, literally the general or the head of all of the Ganas, or the enlightened civilization that Paramashiva created, the Ganas. And the head of all of them is Ganapati. He is also known as Ganesha, the one who we celebrate as Vigneshwara, the one who helps us to remove our obstacles in life. But it is he who is there within us, and he is there as a living being that we can have the darshan and communion with and manifest in our lives, and whose blessings bring in our lives obstacles completely not there, and also the creativity to be able to manifest spontaneity anytime we need it in our lives, and also finally the leadership skills to lead everyone to also the same space of pure efficiency. Shane is sharing, he's happy to sit here. It's like sitting with the ancient rishis. The darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the best because it is the real Upanishad. In a few hours from now, we will be hearing Pontiff of Hinduism. You can see in Upanishad all the truths that you have had a click with. Have the deep prayer and the sincere request from your side to have those as a reality in you. Whether you want to manifest Ganesha, whether you want to manifest Subrahmanya or Devi or Vishnu, whoever it may be, hold that space and share. If you join the Paramashivam link that is there presented here, if you go there, you can be inside the program and be inside the Zoom room where you personally can ask Swamiji, who is there for us, who is listening to everything we're saying, and he's answering each and every one of our prayers there. So you can ask your prayer or your healing request or whatever it is you want to manifest. You can ask and request the blessings for them, and you'll see that your blessings are going to be blessed. Whatever it is you're going to seek is being blessed. You can have the first beautiful communion with the Guru, and that is a beautiful opportunity that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is giving all of us now. And then Ma Nithyananda is sharing, Swamiji, living full vegetarian lifestyle is the best life. I am living and living with deities and doing seva. Thank you, Swamiji. Love. Yes, those who are part of our Kailasa embassies around the world in the Kailasa temples are fortunate to have the lifestyle, have vegetarianism, and also the ability to do seva to the deities, being around them, doing the seva to them, having these powerful cognitions and celebrating them as a reality in our life, as living beings in our life, is the choicest lifestyle you can have. So yes, we are celebrating, and we are also always in gratitude for the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for creating this beautiful Kailasa ecosystem. And beautifully, we're having a beautiful discussion here on how to make this a reality for ourselves here on YouTube. So thanking Swamiji also for this beautiful platform where we can also share and discuss how to live Hinduism, how to live with the deities and celebrate. So with this, hope of the don't miss today's darshan of the Gajamukha Anugraha Murti, the first day celebrations of the Paramashivoham program today. It's going to be happening at 8 p.m. or so in EST time zone, so don't miss. Now we'll end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnad Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tatsat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om
Violent weekend across the country. There were several mass shootings, including 2 here in California.
Rate rises, inflation, the war in Ukraine and the end of COVID have created a unique set of financial challenges.
A recent HHS government health survey found that nearly half of young adults 18 to 25 had experienced either substance use or a mental health disorder during the height of the pandemic.
And visualize yourself as Sage Vashishta. Gaze to the nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space, and perform the Mula Bandha as you do so.
Nithyananda, everybody. We welcome each and every one of the viewers who are sitting with us from all over the world. So today is yet another powerful session by the very special
For these 4 months, I am making the whole Paramashivoham program completely free of cost. The program, which will cost $21,000, will be free for everyone till 24th October 2023.
Weekend across the country, there were several mass shootings, including 2 here in California.
Rate rises, inflation, the war in Ukraine and the end of COVID have created a unique set of financial challenges.
A recent HHS government health survey found that nearly half of young adults 18 to 25 had experienced either substance use or a mental health disorder during the height of the pandemic.
And visualize yourself as Sage Vashishta. Gaze to the nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space, and perform the Mula Bandha as you do so.
Nithyananda, everybody. We welcome each and every one of the viewers who are sitting with us from all over the world. So today's yet another powerful session followed by the very special darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
For these 4 months, I am making the whole Paramashivoham program completely free of cost. The program, which will cost $21,000, will be free for everyone till 24th October 2023.